Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, a major title change on AEW Dynamite.
Renee Paquette is all elite.
A missing AEW star is back, and he's brought his old WWE gimmick with him.
And a former WWF champion was backstage at AEW Dynamite. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Ha ha ha, ha ha. Ha ha. That's 7 has for absolutely no reason. We're going to kick things off by talking about Orange Cassidy. He is the new AEW All-Atlantic Champion, a title change that you may have seen coming given the context of the last match he had with Pac, the former champion. But he beat Pac last night. Obviously, they've had 4 AEW singles matches now, but the last one was the Grand Slam. It was for the belt as well. Pac won that using the hammer, the Timekeeper's hammer, to cheat, to win, keeps the rivalry going, set up this rematch, and when stuff like that happens, you usually think the babyface is going to win the rematch, and that's what happened here. Pac tried to get that bloody hammer involved again. Who was there? Your friend and mine. Very nice, very evil, very interfery. Danhausen putting an end to that plan, but no! Pac's got another hammer after the first one's been thrown out. Doesn't matter. Pac was cooked by that point. In all this stramash, Cassidy was able to hit the orange punch not once, but twice, and he scored the belt. It's his first title reign of any sort in AEW. He's been one of the most over babyfaces in the company since day one, so if you want to have a conversation on whether or not this is overdue, or, should he have held something earlier on, I think that's a very valid one, but still a very nice moment for one of AEW's most popular dudes.
Exactly, yeah. Way overdue, but more than deserved, and not that surprising, like you say, considering the history they've got and the fact I went, if he loses this, he's done. And also the fact, obviously, it main evented a Dynamite, which also featured the Ring of Honor World title match. You kind of knew when that went sideways. Okay, well, but fine, lovely, fantastic. The noise in Toronto was absolutely ridiculous throughout the entire show. Orange confetti to close out the show. He's the new All-Atlantic champion. It makes a lot of sense. They are presumably building, obviously they set it up on Dynamite for Rampage, I think it was, yes. Ethan Page potentially to be the next challenge of him, as that's kind of his modus operandi for joining the firm.
Canada stuff last night, wasn't there? Lots of Canadians doing stuff. You'd love to see it.
But more than deserved for Orange Cassidy, and at least Pac's got another title to fall back on, hasn't he? He's not at the end of the world for him.
There you go, yeah. He's still a single champion.
Yeah.
He was a double champion, now he's a single champion, and someday he will be a nothing champion. Sorry, Pac.
But yes, a very eventful that episode of Dynamite last night. As I said, a Ring of Honor World title match, the All-Atlantic title match, and a new signing debuting in AEW, but not an in-ring signing. I'm talking, of course, of Renee Paquette.
You telling me she's not going to wrestle?
I mean, never say never, let's be honest. And also, if you do some sort of mixed intergender match, Mox can do most of the work, can't he? Let's be honest.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Imagine if she come in and hit a better Death Rider than he did. Anyway, Renee Paquette is all elite. This was revealed on Twitter by one... Tony Khan. Yesterday, tweeting, "Welcome to the team. Renee Paquette is all elite. See you soon. Coming up at 8 p.m. He was ahead of Dynamite, obviously. She basically opened the show. They did the whole... and then... Renee Paquette came out, she opened the show, she introduced Christian, who said, it's great to be back here, because Canada bloody sucks, basically. He slagged off the Maple Leafs, basically. She also did some backstage stuff during the show with The Firm and Matt Hardy, the Ethan Page stuff I just referenced, and Nyla Rose. TBS champion, Nyla Rose.
The only person in the world who can get me invested in a belt-stealing angle in the year of our Lord 2022 is Nyla Rose.
I think she said to Nyla,
she's tremendous.
I mean, you're not champion, aren't you? And she went... Aren't I?
She's great.
And then I think Anna Jay challenged her for the title. So I was like, cool, I guess. Guess that's the thing now. But yes, a hell of a get for AEW. I read, I think, on social media, rumours about WWE attempting to get her back, which would be no surprise. She is sensational at the end of the day. But it makes a lot more sense. John Moxley being there, of course, just committing his future there for 5 years for them to get her. She's also going to do a proper sit-down interview thing with, I want to say Danielson and Yuta next week.
Right.
But yeah, hell of a get for AEW this.
Yeah, for sure. I think we kind of saw this coming over the weekend when the story about WWE reaching out to her, was it the weekend, maybe it was during the week? Last week at some point.
Time has no meaning.
WWE had contacted her when they were rearranging their announced teams, and she turned it down, and the belief within WWE was that she was going to AEW. So this was no great surprise. There was a story that broke yesterday as well, like, hey, Renee just happens to be in Toronto. And now she's signed. It's been confirmed. It's good. Yeah, we've been huge proponents of Renee forever because she's great. She's really great at her job. Fantastic broadcaster. Great host, great interviewer. She's never been the best commentator in the world, but that's not her bread and butter, so who cares? She won't be doing that. Here they've got like 70 of those.
Plus, it's incredibly awkward, as WWE demonstrated, if Moxley does anything and they go, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
Remember when he was a heel and they were like, what's going on at home, Renee?
Yeah, stuff like that is a difficult crossover for sure. But also, like, from a practical standpoint, like, it's going to be really easy for her, or easier for her and John. They've got a kid they need to raise.
Yeah.
If they're together constantly, that's a lot easier. So, like, this makes sense for them on so many levels. I think she's great. And also yesterday there was the news that Warner Brothers Universal is working on non-in-ring content for AEW. Who could host that? They've got the right person.
Call it AEW Fuse. I gave you the name 3 fucking years ago, AEW, for Christ's sake. Very quickly, you mentioned that. It's a very good point. If you had to pick an AEW wrestler to look after their child, who would it be?
What? To look after their child?
Baby, they have to go and do a segment together for whatever reason. She does a sit-down interview with Mox, and they're like, sorry, can you just hold the baby?
Danhausen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct answer.
There you go. All right.
Comes back. Face is painted black and white.
Baby's doing curses and stuff.
He said his first word. It's meh.
What a boy.
Legend. Either that or Hook, obviously.
Hey, well, I'm lost.
What's the next
Why
story?
am I so lost in life in general?
Oh yeah, I know what's next.
You know what you should do if you're lost? Subscribe to the channel. This is my new gimmick. Right, who's back? 10 guy.
Not 10 from the dot. He's never gone anywhere.
Preston Vance is back, baby.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is back on AEW. He's been gone since May. He vanished he was MJF's goober bodyguard and he was so much fun in that role, just getting his ass kicked. In the feud with Wardlow in May, hasn't been seen since then. He's been gone. Obviously him and Cassie Lee are expecting their first child. That's great news. Happy for them. But he was back on AEW TV last night, and when I said earlier, they did lots of Canada stuff last night. Renee setting Ethan Page up as a challenger. Sean Spears is back, baby. He's Canadian, obviously. Big angle in the ring, loads of stuff going on. FTR had come down after Warjo. I like Warjo. Their match with Nick Comoroto and QT Marshall. That was CM Punk.
It was definitely CM Punk who did that.
The embassy wanted a match with Warjo. FTR wanted a piece of the embassy. Everyone wanted to fight each other, and they brought out Sean Spears. Dax and Cash set it up. They were going, we got a guy who's a 10, he's a perfect 10, yada, yada, yada. It was over huge in the building. You knew what was coming. And he came out and he was pretty much doing the 10 gimmick. He had some shades on. He was doing his poses that he used to do when he was Ty Dillinger. Now, on Rampage, we're getting FTR and Sean Spears versus the Embassy. That's Brian Cage, Khan, and Tua Leona. Of course, managed by the great Prince Nana. I've loved Prince Nana for about 20 years since I saw him in Ring of Honor first, and now he's in AEW.
No idea about this guy, and I've fallen in love with him.
He's the greatest of all time.
God.
Let's get some other old favourites from Ring of Honor days. Let's get Pelly Primo on there. Why the hell not? But yes, there you go. Sean Spears is back. He seems to be a face. Maybe it's going to proceed like a heel turn. Maybe he's doing it as a little swerve, and they're just in Canada, and he's like popping and stuff. But yeah, 10.
I hope not. I love the 10 gimmick, and I think he's a great baby face. And yeah, just nice to see him back in an AEW ring, because I've been wondering where the bloody hell he's got to.
We had this conversation in the office the other day. We're like, where the hell is Sean Spears?
I love the 10 gimmick. Still remember that Royal Rumble that he came out at, and people were like, oh my god! It's like, why have we
10.
thought of this before?
That was perfect, wasn't it? It was like 40,000 people in that stadium in Texas.
Do you reckon Akin Fenway's going to join the factory?
Oh, that should have been around finally today, shouldn't it? Shout outs to the he's going to beat the crap out of
Just imagine turning up for a progress show. Oh, am I working tonight? Anthony Ogogo and Adebayo Akin Fenwa. I've just got to go and get something from my car.
Have you seen who he's facing as well?
Who?
The shit.
So sorry, Ben. We said we'd be good.
Called him the shit on Twitter.
Twice, right?
Huge.
Twice.
Sorry. Sorry, Ben Roy.
Let's talk about the former WWF champion that was backstage at AEW Dynamite. It was The Rock. No, it wasn't. Sorry. It was the Mountie, of course, Jacques Rougeau. former WWF Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion. They're in Toronto. Yeah. Lovely, great stuff. I love the Mountie from back in the day.
So the Mountie was in the first wrestling match I ever watched.
Yes, he was, wasn't he, with Roddy Piper?
Yeah, him and Roddy Piper at the 1992 Royal Rumble. I think it was the second match on the card, but my VHS was a little messed up. It is what it is, and that's how Roddy Piper became my first favourite wrestler. Because he's Scottish guy zapping him with the prod, winning the Intercontinental title. Fake Scottish guy, sort of. He has the heritage, but you know.
Honorary.
So yeah, good to hear Jacques Rougeau was there. Jacques Rougeau was there. Pardon my pronunciation. Of course, the innovator of the Canadian Rules match on the same WCW pay-per-view that had the Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. I think it was New Blood Rising.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the best, worst shows of all time. Former tag team champion, former Continental champion. Like I think he's a second generation guy. Maybe he's a third generation guy.
Oh, yeah.
You might know him from the Quebecers, from the Fabulous Rougeaus. Yeah, shout outs to the Mountie. Sentimental favourite of mine. Did like that Fightful Select, when they confirmed this, confirmed that it wasn't just John Moxley dressed up as the Mountie.
I forgot about that gimmick. He did, yeah.
To make, yeah.
And also, no word as of yet whether or not he is all elite, but I'm sure he'll be working some matches on Dark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, get him on Dark. Why have I done that to myself?
Jacques Rougeau is one of these guys who's legitimately retired like 5 times.
Yeah.
Terry Funk rule for him, 100%. Right, we're going to go over to Twitter today. Tried to get some people I've not necessarily seen show up before in the old questions. Connor Rowe starts us off today saying, "Hello Andy, first time caller, long time fan. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Connor.
Just went to the AEW show in Toronto after attending Grand Slam. That's a nice couple of shows to be
You lucky
at.
bastard.
You lucky human being. Thought the crowd was hotter. So where are 3 different places that AEW should host shows?" Well, I think the first answer is going to be quite obvious for
I think
us.
all 3 are going to be quite obvious for me. London, Newcastle, Manchester. There you go. Come to England, Tony.
So we get England. We'll take.
Oh,
that
sorry,
as
international. England.
We'll go. I'm gonna say Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Because I just ribbed the supporters of the Glasgow Rangers Football Club there, but at the start of this video. But
you telling me they're not in 7th heaven right now?
Well, you did that.
Hey. I support Chesterfield. You can't have a go at me because we suck.
we decided to take Europe off this season, actually. But Glasgow fans of everything are insane. They're great. They're so passionate. They're so loud. There's been some great wrestling shows there. And pick a West Coast city, Portland. There we go, in the US. I would like to see AEW kind of rotate a bit more around the US as well. Because like it feels like they hit certain towns like constantly, and when they do, the numbers go down and the noise isn't quite as passionate. I think if you kind of back off on that, maybe you'll get hotter crowds and better ticket sales.
Yeah. Dublin. I'd love to see him in Dublin as well. Ireland is a crazy place to go and watch wrestling in. So yeah. Just the UK, Tony. The global pandemic was obviously awful, and it was only compounded when they went, we were going to do Fighter Fest in 2020 in England. What?
I got a couple of weird suggestions as well to wrap this all up. It's in New York City, right? But different flavor, the Manhattan Center. That would look really cool. Smaller venue. Center Stage as well. Center Stage Theater. Like, crazy wrestling history. Do a little studio show for a week.
Also, what if you did like multiple matches going on at the same time in the London Eye and you just watch them? And then you could say like the entire audience of London is your audience and just break loads of records.
There you go, viewership 7 million. Right, we're going to take one here from Reese Macy.
Hi, Reese.
Hello, Reese, who asks, do you think that it fits the character of Hangman Page to beat Moxley and then MJF cruelly takes it from him, ? Moxley can finally have his holiday. Yeah, what do you reckon of this whole world title?
Finally nice to see last night on Dynamite, people finally recognising that MJF has to pretend to be a bad guy because he's a good guy. I knew that as being his best friend, of course.
Gimmick.
Also, before we go any further, game recognised game, the king of the mic recognises.
He's too fast. You're too fast for the eel.
An amazing promo from Hangman Page last night. I thought it was absolutely sensational what he did. But yeah, absolutely. Have him win and then lose. Like, we're basically doing the Eddie Kingston booking we've been doing for ages. Yeah, win it and then lose it straight away.
And have a rough night.
Yes, but I don't know. Like, I'm off next week, but that means I don't have to work, which means I could probably stay up and watch it live, which has been very, very rare when it comes to AEW. But yeah, there's just something. Got some feeling in my waters. At least one title change next week, but potentially 2.
Feel it in my toes. Boyzone. Is that Boyzone?
No, it's
No. Wet? No.
Boys to Men, I think.
Boys to Men. All right. East 17. Yeah, I think
It is wet. Yeah.
Yeah, is it Marty Pello?
Shout out Marty Pello.
Why?
Huge subscriber of the channel.
I think that.
Always donating on the live streams. Cheers, Marty.
I tell you what, some of the people that watch our videos would surprise you. Profile-wise, very interesting.
Hi, Kyle.
Stuff.
Good to see you, mate.
Yes, shout outs to Kyle, legend. Okay, so yeah, I agree. I think this would be good. We've been fantasy booking it for ages. After this, however, I would like a nice long title run.
Yeah.
Get away from the quickfire changes we've had recently.
Till, I don't know, 2024, something like that?
Yeah, the Great Bidding War, baby. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah.
Then take it to WWE and then reveal that obviously it's actually been a WWE product the entire time.
And it was John Moxley who did all of this, Agent Ambrose.
Agent Ambrose,
Never
Agent
forget. Our final one today comes from Reverend Oni. Not sure if they're a real Reverend, but we're going to go with it
Hey,
anyway.
we'll give it you.
Shout outs to the Reverend. Morning, legends. With Orange Cassidy a title holder, would he need to change his gimmick, or could the Slacker God still work? Thank you again for the wonderful content to get me through. Thank you for your support, my friend.
Don't change a thing. You've got this.
I'm with you.
You've got to the party doing this gimmick.
Yeah.
If he suddenly was like, "Hey guys,"
Yeah.
Hey! Yeah, none of that. I want him to. I know he celebrated last night and he was really happy.
Yeah.
But from now on, I want him to lift the belt about this eye.
Yeah,
Whenever
I'd be
he
like-
lifts it. I also like the idea of someone going, "Why not fight you for that title right here, right tonight?" And him just going, "Nah."
Nah. Yeah, go away.
Yeah, I just think, you don't get this far. Like, he's such a beloved character within
Yes.
AEW that there'd be a riot, I think, if he
Yeah.
came out and just
I'm a
was like,
serious man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight you with my blood.
like the promo he cut on the road to, where he's like, "No, you've pissed me off now. You
Yeah,
tried to
yeah.
end my career. You've caved my head in with a hammer. I'm gonna kick your head in."
Yeah.
Like, he's got that edge to him. He's not always just like, "Can't be arsed."
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it.
I agree. Like, I totally understand where this argument or debate might come from. 100%, I get it. But like, I echo everything you said. And my thing with the Orange Cassidy character is that, a lot of people have these crazy over-the-top complaints about it. You don't have to like it, of course. That's fine. We all like different
It's all
things.
subjective, guys.
But some of the complaints, I think, are a bit much.
Oh, hang on.
Do
you want to do one of the
Yeah,
complaints?
here's Bad Take Hats. Oh, he's ruining wrestling psychology with soft kicks and putting his hands in his pockets. It's not like the 70s, guys. I call bollocks on that. I call bollocks.
Indeed.
On that, because it's like he never defies the core psychology of pro wrestling. The kicks don't hurt. People don't sell them.
You're just reacting to them.
Yeah, they're a taunt. They're a taunt like the pockets. It's to wind people up. It's to get in their heads. And I think
Hence why Pac did it in the match last night at the beginning. He was like, "Oh, we're going to do this bollocks, are we?"
exactly. It's it's a taunt. So I love this stuff. And I think that he has been able to keep it fresh even 3 years into his run is remarkable. And yeah, keep it going, baby. But I understand where the kind of counterpoint comes.
Yes, and no Mimosa Mayhem matches. We don't need.
Never again. Never again.
Pumpkin Spice Cassidy, though.
Well, from a match I never want to see to one I definitely want to see.
Okay.
I'd like to shout out Mark Lee Willis. Obviously,
Oh, shout out Mark. He's so good with us.
he's a legend.
So
man.
creative. He does loads of our drawings and stuff like that. Shout out, thank you, Mark.
He's done us a mischief here. So obviously the big WhatCulture Pro Wrestling WCPW reunion is definitely happening. It's not happening.
Come on,
but it's
Ospreay, let's
definitely-
go, baby. I'm
it's
feeling good
definitely happening.
today.
And we've got ourselves a main event, baby.
Oh.
We've got a match graphic for that main event as well. And here it is. Can you believe it? They put it together. The Mad Lads have finally done it. The undefeated Australian Shepherd against the Eel's brother. The
How
Eel.
random is that we were talking about that today? I love thank you for the graphic, of course. But we've suggested just tweaking it a little bit, announce them as the first two competitors in an over-the-top rope battle royal exclusively populated by animals.
Who's winning that?
The Joker, baby. The Flats, F-U-C-K.
You could have just sworn. We've already sworn.
Does it count if I say F-U-C-K?
I think we're safe. The Flatty.
Thank you for that. Sorry, Ben Roy. He did it and I wanted to do it.
I said the you said the Flatty.
Right,
It's fine.
Four
That's
swears. Four swears you've got to catch.
I'll let, in the words of Top Dollar, I will let him know.
Unless we want to go full Ty Dillinger and get to 10.
Well.
No.
I mean, we might hit 7 like a certain team from Glasgow. Anyway, thank you so much. You do the outro, not me. What's
Yes,
going on?
thank you
What's
once
going
again
on,
to Mark Lee Willis. That is a match I genuinely want to see.
Look at what do you think about that, Eel? Okay, cool.
Scissor me. Oh no, we're not allowed to.
Well, we've
Ooh,
already
we
hit
get
10 squares.
sued.
I can't do that. On the cocaine this morning, are we?
Yeah. Thursday mornings, eh?
Disgusting habit.
Let us know your thoughts on that and all today's news stories in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to What Culture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. We're, of course, going to be reviewing AEW Dynamite a little bit later on today. And Simon Miller is going to be back here giving Dynamite lots of ups and a few downs, potentially. I don't know. I haven't seen them. Probably quite a few ups for the huge peps. Toronto, you're a rowdy bunch. On the channel later on today. On Twitter, at WhatCultureWWE. Let's have loads of wacky Friday questions, because I'm probably going to forget to pitch them tomorrow. And Andy's off to Aberdeen, so that's actually my responsibility for once.
Yeah, you got to step up, baby.
And if you want to follow Andy on Twitter, you've got to follow him
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for hey, I'm off until Tuesday, so take care of him and be nice. Be kind.
Rewind.
My birthday on Monday. I'm halfway to 70 on Monday.
Yeah.
What a depression.
Still haven't done the present that I bought for Andy for his birthday last year.
So I'm
That's
due
how
two
badly
now,
organised we
baby.
are.
I'm due 2 now, baby. I'm going to be Scrooge McDucking and indeed clocking.
It's going to be me, Andy, and our better halves, the dog and the eel.
Hey, and the fly. He's going to be there.
Adam Wilborn on Twitter, at WhatCultureWWE for all of us. But for now, my thanks to Andy Murray, to the eel. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.